1. Here we go. Forward. Let's go. Push it, push it, push it.
I feel like I've definitely been underestimated in my career.
Get stronger as you finish. Get stronger as you finish. Nice work. Come on, Mario. Let's attack it.
That's not something that has bothered me much.
I opened up as the underdog, and it just felt like they just don't see my skills, and it's been that way for a long time since coming up. You know, they see the knockout to see what I do, but they don't know how I'm doing it, so they never really rate me too well, you know. But that's fine. I have my style, and I'm confident against anybody.
Because he's fighting? But you better be ready for a fight. And this ain't no regular ass fight.
Hex. 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 Hex.
Don't worry about it. What's up, champ?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hex. Hex.
Think when you found out that your former trainer was going to be training it?
Look at my lips. Oh, he already know. This is about to be oh, it's gonna be bad, because I know all that. Training, like, I know everything. You know, they could say, like, oh, he knows, but he didn't train with me long enough. I know, been knowing Joe since I was 17. I know exactly.
Yes.
Inside the gym, Mario Barrios approaches every workout with unwavering focus and quiet confidence, treating each session like a step toward victory. His training is methodical, balancing both mental sharpness and physical readiness, steadily laying the groundwork for success with intention and poise.
Has like that reputation of, you know, like taking out a lot of like Mexican fighters. So yeah, it's just like, it's gonna add just like some more sweetness like on top of this win.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Forward. Let's go. Push it, push it, push it.
I feel like I've definitely been underestimated in my career.
Get stronger as you finish. Get stronger as you finish. Nice work. Come on, Mario. Let's attack it.
That's not something that has bothered me.
Barrios believes the fight will reveal everything, showcasing genuine determination, defining true character, and ultimately deciding who rises to the top when it counts the most.
Stay in school, days and workouts like that, they push you to a mental where you really have to question, like, why am I doing this? For me, I have a couple of reasons. For myself, been in boxing since I was 6. Have love for this game. Some fighters, Pacquiao, for example, I think that's what it is. You just have love for the sport. You can't get enough of it. This shit sucks. Have a love-hate relationship with this guy. But everything just, it comes together like a puzzle on fight night.
Barrios reflects on his past bouts, remembering the obstacles he overcame, the growth he achieved, and the lessons that have shaped his journey in boxing.
I won the fight, but physically it didn't feel like I won. Some fights take a lot more from us than we realize. I mean, when the fight with Tank was brought up to me, I knew on a boxing level I could compete with him. I have boxing IQ. So I was able to show that against somebody like him. It's just something I'm very proud of. Yeah, I lost that one, but I showed that I belong at that level. I knew I was gonna be able to like bounce back from it, even stronger and smarter. I'm proud. You know, it's been a long journey.
In sparring sessions, he sharpens every element of his skill set, trading heavy shots while fine-tuning his timing, reinforcing his defense, boosting endurance, and deepening his ring awareness.
that easy. It won't be that easy.
Under the guidance of trainer Bob Santos, Barrios absorbs strategic direction and structure coaching, strengthening his discipline and confidence through focused routines and deliberate drills. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia polishes his lead hand, delivering sharp, rapid jabs that use speed to control distance and unsettle opponents.
A lot of talkers out there. Hip on top. You can come teach out a little jab by accident. July 19th. July 19th. The truth is coming. Downhill.
Garcia tackles intense core workouts daily, testing his body to improve balance, stamina, durability, and the power behind every punch.
Do it, guys. Are you ready?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Training. Tell Riley she's coming to my fight.
You're gonna go see Daddy fight.
I miss you.
Bye.
Where are we at today?
47.
47.
Might be 139.
How much longer? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Easy work, right?
Easy work.
Garcia moves through vigorous boxing drills, keeping his body active while throwing precise combinations, sharpening his footwork, and sustaining relentless effort in a fast-paced, competitive gym environment.
How are you? What's up, champ?
What's up, man? How you doing?
You good? You good? Looking good, man. Looking good. Sharp, huh? Yeah.
Garcia unloads on the pads with burst and power, throwing forceful sequences that refine his precision, flow, sense of timing, and attacking sharpness.
You've been hitting this since you were a baby, huh?
Not this exact that one, but a similar one.
Yeah.
He used to the shot. And he used to
I got calluses everywhere.
He used to keep his head like here.
Yeah, I was right here. I was always right here.
And they say, don't do that. And you just keep doing it.
With his training finalized and confidence at its peak, Garcia speaks decisively, declaring his plan to dictate the fight and claim victory when the night concludes.
You're royalty. You feel like you're a top dog. You're the king. And I think that's what everybody's shooting for, to be that king over everybody. King over the opponents, king over the division, king over... You want to be the king, just like LeBron James. He's King James. He's king of the court. I want to be king of...
Even with his former coach now working alongside Barrios, Garcia remains unfazed, demonstrating exceptional focus and mental toughness. He refuses to let external factors or changing circumstances disrupt his preparation, keeping his attention fully on the challenges ahead. Every drill, punch, and exercise is executed with precision, reflecting disciplined training and unwavering self-confidence. What might distract others only fuels his determination, underscoring just how locked in he is. Garcia's ability to stay composed under pressure and filter out distractions showcases not only his physical readiness, but also the strategic, calm mindset essential at boxing's elite level.
Look at my lips. Oh, he already know. This is about to be oh, it's gonna be bad, because I know all that. I know what he's training like. I know everything. You know, they could say, like, oh, he knows, but he didn't train with me long enough. I know, been knowing Joe since I was 17. I know exactly, and I haven't trained with him. I just watched him, so I know exactly how he trains his fighter, exactly what they're doing. So to me, it was like, oh, thank God you gave me an advantage. Like, it's just another advantage for me. And, you know, word leaks, things leak, you know. Joe was a part of that. I don't want to get too into it, but, you know.
Do you think Joe was leaking stuff out of
I don't know. I didn't say that. Allegedly. I don't know. I have no clue.
Mario, a lot of trainers in boxing. Why'd you go with the one that used to train Ryan Garcia?
I mean, it was like, I'm gonna do like a position with these next couple of years. I want to do as much as I can with boxing.
Barrios explains that building a new team brought pivotal changes to his career, introducing fresh perspectives and a higher standard of preparation that renewed his confidence in the path ahead. These adjustments allowed him to refine his strategy, sharpen his skills, and enter fights with greater clarity, demonstrating his dedication to growth and adaptability. Meanwhile, Garcia stayed unfazed by his former coach joining Barrios' camp. Rather than seeing it as a disruption, he used it as motivation to intensify his focus, recognizing that the change was meant to help Barrios improve. Ryan maintained composure, turning the situation into a driving force that reinforced his mental toughness and concentration throughout training.
I mean, the move with Joe, it had nothing to do with Ryan. Like, that was going to happen regardless whether this fight was made or not. It's just kind of coincidence that it happened to happen next.
You think it was a coincidence?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it was more like, I don't think it was like, hey, I'm gonna do this to try to throw him off. I'll be real. I think it was a missed chess move. I don't think it was a good chess move, but we'll see. You know?
Why do you think it was a good chess
I just don't think it's a good fit for him. I don't. I think, you know, Bob was cool. I f with Bob. You know, Bob was a good trainer. So we'll see. We'll see though. Maybe he can prove me wrong. Shit, we'll see, right? That's the whole point of this.
How's the fit then?
It's been good. I mean, I stayed, you know, I came out here to LA, worked with Joe for a week in November. I liked it, and then I came right back beginning of December, and then that's when we started.
Wade Plemons examines Ryan Garcia's upcoming bout with Mario Barrios with a practical, no-nonsense perspective, prioritizing realism over hype. From his standpoint, the WBC title opportunity seems less about earned achievement and more about timing falling in Garcia's favor. Plemons points out that most fighters in similar situations would understandably appreciate the sanctioning body, as getting a championship shot without a clearly defined path is rare. That he observes that other contenders, like Rowley, appeared to have stronger claims for the opportunity, yet Garcia advanced instead, raising questions and quiet skepticism among close observers. According to Plemons, this underscores the unpredictable and occasionally political nature of boxing, where opportunities don't always align perfectly with performance or results. Despite the debate over how the fight materialized, focus ultimately returns to Garcia, whose readiness, execution, and mental resilience will be tested when the bell rings against Barrios.
Wonder if Ryan Garcia is serious because of those extracurriculars that he's getting into, but then again, the Devin Haney fight, how all the extracurriculars he was doing there, some of which were scary, like is he mentally okay type of stuff, but it ended up resulting in a win. And then we saw more like a reserved, quiet, you know, not very braggadocious, not very entertaining Ryan ahead of the Rolly Romero fight, and he ended up having somewhat of a similar performance, a timid, not quite entertaining, kind of shell of himself style of fight for a shell of himself type of buildup. So there is something to be said for that. I don't know if Ryan, like John Jones, is a guy that had to party, had to kind of self-sabotage to then go in and do what he needed to do, right? Is Ryan one of those guys that can just live however, needs to build himself up, and then by the time he gets to the fight, he's a...
Plemons frames the matchup within boxing's larger power dynamics. With Zuffa Boxing working to establish influence, he views the situation as part of a subtle tug-of-war between promoters and sanctioning bodies. In that context, decisions can seem strategic rather than purely merit-based, and Garcia benefits from how the timing unfolded. Plemons also highlights ongoing concerns about Garcia's consistency. His career has swung between chaos and order, high-profile distractions outside the ring sometimes followed by dominant performances, while quiet build-up periods have occasionally led to underwhelming outings. This inconsistency makes it difficult to predict which version of Garcia will show up against Barrios. While the talent is undeniable, external factors could limit its impact. From Clemens's perspective, the fight's result will rely less on raw ability and more on Garcia's mental focus once the opening bell sounds.
By the WBC, and if I was in Ryan Garcia's position, I'd probably be singing the praises of Mauricio Suleiman right now as well. They are gifting him this world title shot. Rolly beats him. Ryan gets a world title shot for the WBC. Instead of Rolly getting that shot, it didn't make any sense. But, hey, fair play. You know, he's giving it up. I have this to do, too, with this whole, like, again, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but Zuffa Boxing is making their play right now, and it's essentially Zuffa Boxing versus the sanctioning bodies. And I have to think there's going to be more shots thrown across the bow from the WBC, from, Dana White, from Nick Khan, from all these different people. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I think it's probably just because Ryan's like, yeah, I'm kind of gifted a world title here, so I'm going to give a big shout to this.
There they are.
WBC.
Oh, we got the WBC cheerleader.
Hitchens analyzes Garcia's weaknesses, noting that while Ryan possesses natural talent, his style often relies on a relatively narrow set of tools. When asked to predict the outcome against Barrios, he hesitates, admitting that Garcia's last performance against Raleigh left him unconvinced. There had been speculation about Garcia's training environment, with some questioning whether he was preparing outside a fully equipped gym. Recent reports, however, confirmed that he is now back in a proper facility physically. Garcia looks strong and lean, showing clear dedication to his conditioning. Yet Hitchens emphasizes that fitness wasn't the issue in the Raleigh bout. Instead, he highlights moments of hesitation, particularly following an early knockdown in the second or third round, where Garcia's uncertainty became apparent.
Wins Barrios or Ryan Garcia?
I don't know. Ryan kind of turned me off with that Rolly fight.
Didn't you say something about where he was training? Because I mentioned it too, that he would look like he was training in his house.
Yeah.
But he could be trolling and really training.
No, it look like he's in the gym now.
Yeah.
It look like he's in the gym. He look like he's trimming down. He look like he's in now.
Definitely looking.
He definitely like he's getting smaller. He's trimming down. I was looking at his pictures. I'm like, yeah, he like he's getting ready to fight. But what turned me off about Ryan was when I was watching him and Rolly, like ringside. It looked like Rolly froze him. Like after the second, third round, Rolly dropped him. It looked like he was very hesitant. Like, and it looked like all he was looking for was that hook. Like he was waiting for that hook. I feel like I can't just say Ryan is a super talented fighter, but IQ-wise, he only knows but few things. Like he's always gonna resort back to that hook. And if Barrios coming to the right game plan, is with the right game plan.
Hitchens observed that Garcia often fixates on landing a single hook, repeatedly chasing the same shot rather than adapting as the fight unfolds. He notes that while Ryan clearly has skill, his ring awareness can be tested when opponents plan specifically to counter that predictable move. With a calculated strategy, Barrios could exploit this tendency looking ahead to the welterweight division. Hitchens highlights the matchups that generate the most excitement, naming top-tier fighters like Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia himself, emphasizing that the most challenging, high-stakes bouts are always the most compelling. Ultimately, Garcia's natural talent is undeniable, but his style leaves gaps that disciplined, well-prepared opponents can take advantage of.
Tough fight, competitive fight.
Yeah.
And you're on that undercard, that looks like a setup to me that maybe you and the winner of that, of Ryan and Barrios.
Yeah, it could go that way.
Or you don't want to jump up to 147 so soon?
I do. I want to go to 147.
You want to eat a little more.
Yeah, I want to eat a little bit more. But I also want to eat a little bit more at 140. There's a lot bit more fights as far as financially.
No, I mean literally eat.
Yeah,
So
I want to eat. Yeah. I want to eat both ways. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But yeah, 140. My days at 140 is numbered now. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like it's numbered. I feel like I'm tired of just like pushing my body to make the weight, even though it's not like. I feel like I've heard extreme more stories of fighters making weight, but I feel like I just don't.
From an analytical perspective, Garcia distinguishes himself among the top lightweight and junior welterweight names as one of the few still lacking a defining career achievement. He has yet to unify a division, capture an undisputed title, or hold a fully recognized world championship at 135 or 140 pounds. Interim belts and secondary titles do not carry the same weight historically, And this gap in his record is noticeable that in his most high-profile matchups against elite opponents like Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romero, Garcia came up short, suffering knockdowns in both contests. Those outcomes are part of his official record. As a result, his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios represents a critical benchmark, providing a genuine opportunity to assess where Garcia truly stands at this point in his career.
Tested Ryan Garcia. Out of that like 4 horseman-ish conversation, Ryan Garcia is the one that never achieved that, never been undisputed, never been a champion in any division from 135 to 140. I'm not talking about any type of secondary belts or anything like that. And really, if we're being honest, his very biggest names he fought, Tank and Rolly, he lost both and got dropped in both. That's the reality. So right here, this right here with Barrios, who is very accomplished, fought Tank himself, got knocked out, but very good fight, and also fought Keith Thurman, super respected.
Barrios enters the ring with extensive experience that can't be discounted. He's gone the distance with top-tier fighters, including a competitive clash with Gervonta Davis, and faced established names like Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, and Fabian Maidana. That level of competition hones instincts, teaches precision, and shows how to capitalize on mistakes, making him a legitimate threat. Meanwhile, Garcia exhibits technical habits that draw scrutiny. At times, he throws punches without proper visual tracking, lets his guard drop, or retreats with uneven balance, vulnerabilities that can be exploited. These tendencies may stem from an emphasis on speed-focused drills and highlight-oriented training over steady fundamentals. Against a polished, experienced opponent like Barrios, those weaknesses could become costly. Still, Garcia remains an elite talent of his generation, armed with exceptional hand speed and explosive athleticism, ensuring he is always a dangerous presence once the bell rings.
One of the best in all of boxing. Yes, all of boxing, one of the best left hooks. Like, you have guys throughout boxing history, Felix Tito Trinidad, Nonito Donaire, right? David Tua. These guys were left hook monsters. Crazy left hook. Danny Garcia, right? A lot of people had in the game these notable, like Donaire has one of my favorite left hooks of all time. Big fan, Bay Area. Yee! But Tito Trinidad, another one, crazy left hook. You got to put Ryan up there, especially for this new generation. I'm not even being funny. Now, notice I give you guys all of the realistic boxing.
That concludes today's breakdown. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next update.